What's up, guys? It's your boy Sonny. Today I'm gonna be doing a different type of video than I usually do. Usually I do more scripted stuff, video essays, but today I just want to talk off the head and talk about Sonic Frontiers, all right? As you all know, Sonic Frontiers is coming out in about 6 months or so, and they've been showing off gameplay trailers, right? So what's the problem? Well, the problem is the game is just absolutely dog shit, like unironically. So I wanted to go through and talk about that today and show all the problems that I've had, and then talk about the community and what they're doing to exacerbate the problem. So let's just go in and just go through. I have a lot of different examples I want to talk about with the gameplay. So let's just go into that and let's just talk about it, all right? The first example we have, in the world premiere. This is the first video that came out with the gameplay from IGN. And right off the bat, I had problems with this. It was just awful. Like 5 seconds into the gameplay, I already knew the game was gonna be bugged, fucked up, and just awful to play. This is looking like worse than Sonic Forces and more like Sonic 06 levels of just bad gameplay. So let's just go into this first example. So we see Sonic running around in the field, and one of the first things that you'll notice here is that there's a lot of pop-in. And if you don't know what pop-in is, it's when game textures or game models come into existence when you're playing the game. So let's say I'm running around. It's more like, it's kind of like in Minecraft, texture loading, render distance. But here, you can't change that. It's hard coded into the game. It's an engine thing. You can't really fix it. So here we have an example. This is at 47 seconds. See here, a lot of these springs seem to pop into existence. This is the first time I've seen this, popping into existence here on the right side of the screen. There's a lot of this, some springs. On top of that, the springs in the air for no reason. Really weird, right? A lot of that. You see right there, this Titan, a game mini boss, popping into existence. How is this acceptable? We have this giant boss that is a boss in the game. It is objective. How is it that Sega cannot have the boss always visible on the map? That is such a bad example of pop-in that you can literally see the character coming in and out of existence in frames. I don't know. So let's go to the next example. There's plenty. There are plenty of examples. The most egregious that a lot of people were clowning on Sega for. We have the railing, and we all know, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure, all the early games. When you got on a rail, there were momentum, right? You go on. If you go slow, you're not gonna go up the whole thing. But if you in this game, for some reason, they were like, momentum, nah, we don't need that shit. Let's let them just jump on really softly and they go all the way up. So let's look at this. Now, what, can you tell me the problem with this? The problem is there is no momentum in this game. There's no type of momentum when you're going up rails. So if you're going, This is just basic gravity, right? This is basic gravity. Why is it that there are no types of gravity or momentum mechanics in this game? It's because the game wants you to follow the set out path. Even though this is an open world game, it's completely linear. You can tell by the placements of the rails. They put rails the places that they want you to go. There's no exploration. They tell you, jump on this rail and I'll take you where you need to go. Don't fucking run around the map by yourself. This is a game that is completely linear under the guise of an open world game. And the problem is that Sega team, the Sonic team, hasn't done their due diligence to make a game that is actually open world. They've placed Sonic into this big landscape that has nothing to do, that has nothing that rewards you for exploration, and they only put rails to where you need to go. There's what's the point of making an open world then? At the end of the day, you're just going from point A to point B, just objective to objective. At that point, just make the same game you've made before. Sonic Forces. This is taking them 5 years to make. 5 years of development, and we have already within a minute and a half of the first trailer, we have pop-in, we have no momentum-based grinding. So what's the problem? I don't get it. I don't get it. So let's go to this next example. Here we have example 3. This is at the top of the spire. We see Sonic jumping down. Another thing we notice is that the rings have this weird animation. You see the animation for these rings? The rings literally go off the side of the screen. They don't even collect into Sonic. It's so bizarre. So when you see the rings that when he collects them, let's just do frame by frame on this. Where are they going? They're not going into him. They just went off screen. Where are they going? They went off screen. That's so bizarre. So let's see Sonic jump down. Here we have him going on the spring. And notice again the pop-in. A lot of the pop-in, a lot of stuff on the top of the screen, a lot of springs, a lot of different vegetation. There's that mini boss again. Now we can see him. You wouldn't see him before. We jump down and slam, boom. Textures popping in. Literal Z clipping. What? How is this acceptable? This is a representation of your game. If I was Sega, would you allow this to happen? If you were Sega, if you were saying, okay, IGN, make a gameplay trailer. Let's show the audience, let's show everyone what we've been working on for 5 years. Would this be the representation of your game that you want? Would you want them to put this out there for all your audience to see? And the problem is, they just don't care. It just seems like they just genuinely do not care about the final product. It's taken them 5 years of just doing nothing. And on top of that, they even steal textures and models and animations from other games. So this is even like a labor of love. They've just thrown this together. You know what I mean? I want to show. This is actually a video that someone made a little compilation of. Shout out to Pauser95 on Twitter for this. But you see here, all sorts of animations have been stolen from previous games. So at this point, what have you really done? You know, what has Sega really done in the last 5 years that is really, you know, made it so this is a game worth buying for $60? This is gonna be a $60 game, 100%, right? So you're taking animations, you're taking models, you're taking textures, all from previous games. You're putting them in an unfinished product in a bad engine, and then you're slapping it onto the market and saying, buy it for $60. We've been working on this for 5 years. It's gonna be the best game we've ever made. The audacity, honestly, the absolute audacity of SonnyTM to put this out for their audience is just amazing. And not just that. It's the fact that the fans, the Sonic fans, are so blindly following this. They're so blindly just allowing this to happen. There are so many examples. I can show a couple, but there are so many examples of people and that are just blindly allowing this and just putting it aside because it's Sonic, and they think that if you criticize Sonic, you don't like him. You can like the game. You can like the character of Sonic, right? I'm not saying you're stupid for liking Sonic, but it comes to a point where all these egregious, this terrible things that they're doing, and these terrible choices and these terrible decisions that they're making up at Sega, you have to fight back against it, because if you do not, they're going to continue to do it, and they have for the last 10 years. What is a good game that's come out of the Sonic franchise in the last 10 years? We have so many examples of bad Sonic games that it doesn't even make sense. We have Sonic 06, we have Sonic Forces, we have Sonic Frontiers, you know, and even Sonic Colors Ultimate. It was a buggy mess, you know. How do you mess that up? You know, how do you mess that up? But then you have, you know, we have the Sonic apologists, people like this, you know, where they instead of blaming the actual game, they blame the marketing. How do you blame marketing? You know, I'm not even just ratting on this guy, but you know what I mean. I'm telling you, Sega is properly fudging the marketing for Frontiers so far. They released 2 questionable gameplay clips. People are confused. A Sonic Central is announced, so logically, you presume it's a build upon the Frontiers reveal, but it's just a nothing show. Weird. The thing is, I see a lot of people going, the marketing's fucking this up, the marketing. How is this a marketing problem? How in the world is this the problem of marketing? This is a purely gameplay trailer. There's no way marketing could fuck that up. If the game's good, then the game trailer would be good, correct? So are you just trying to warp this around to blame marketing, even though the game's bad? This is the mentality of the Sega fan. This is the mentality of the Sonic fan, you know? They instead of blaming the actual game for being bad, they blame the marketing for making it look bad. Huh? What? That's so weird, you know what I mean? That's just so weird. It's so bizarre to me that they, instead of blaming Sega itself for making a bad game, they would rather blame Sonic, the marketing team. Now, I get it. You want this to be a good game. After Sonic Forces, I get it. Everyone wants to have a good game, but you just have to realize, if you keep allowing Sega to get away with just making bad games with no repercussions, it's going to get worse, and it has. They have dropped the bag. We had 2 back-to-back good Sonic movies, and right after the peak of Sonic, just at the peak of Sonic popularity after 10 years of a decline, and we had the highest Sonic's ever been, you're gonna drop Sonic Forces or Sonic Frontiers and just fucking blow down, just straight up just ruin its reputation right again. I don't understand what Sega is really thinking, honestly. Let's get another example of another tweet. Here's someone saying, this is another person saying, they're using Sonic Forces assets in Sonic Frontiers. Me, oh no. Anyways, so are you okay with just blatant laziness? Are you okay with just copy pasting? This is what I mean. Sonic fans just don't give a shit. As long as they get Sonic running around on their screen, they're happy. They're clapping their hands. Yes. I love Sonic. You have to have a little bit more respect for yourself, you know, more self-respect for the franchise, more self-respect for you, the fans. You're just allowing them to shit on you. You know what I mean? I've made this analogy before on stream. By the way, follow me on Twitch I do before it's like SonnyTM. But it's the analogy that you go to a restaurant, you go to your favorite restaurant. You used to love this restaurant as a kid, right? You go to the restaurant, you order your favorite burger, you know, the Sonic burger. We'll call it the Sonic burger, right? You go to the restaurant and you're like, okay, you get the burger, right? You go and the bite into it. It looks good on the outside. You bite into it and it's something weird. It's a big clump of shit right in the middle. Now, any other rational person would go, what the fuck? This is shit. This is literal shit in my burger. I'm not gonna eat this. I'm gonna refund it, or I'm gonna give it back, or I'm gonna tell them to fix it, right? Well, Sonic fans are a little bit different, right? A Sonic fan will take that Sonic burger and they'll look at it and they'll know deep down in their heart that it's shit, but they'll continue to eat it and they'll put a big smile and thumbs up and they'll say, waiter, this is the best burger I've ever eaten in my life, as they continue to chow down on it over and over again. And they'll go back, and each time the burger will get a little bit more shitty, but they don't care. It's because they I don't know. It's no self-respect or something. I don't get it. I really do implore every Sonic fan to complain about this. Sonic Forces was terrible. People still are apologists for that. There are actual Sonic Forces apologists. There's Sonic 06 apologists. And that's just shocking to me. And now there's gonna be Sonic Frontiers apologists. People will just say, it's not that bad. Oh, I like the pop-in. It's cool. You know what I mean? There are people genuinely like making excuses for Sonic Frontiers. And I just don't like that, honestly. And it's not even just because I'm a Sonic fan. I'm not that much of a Sonic fan. It's just as a game itself, as a gaming fan, this brings down the entire gaming ecosystem. When you allow a game to be just this blatantly bad from a large company. Here we have another tweet. I don't know what the Sonic Frontiers marketing team is doing, but it's not working. I already bought Sonic Forces, so I'm gonna buy the game either way, but still, what is Sonic Team doing? It's that mentality. It's gonna be bad, but I'm still gonna buy it. Even though I know it's gonna be bad, I'm still gonna support the company, even though it's gonna allow them to just keep doing the same thing they're doing right now. I just don't get it, you know what I mean? You know, let's just keep going. Let's go back into the gameplay. A lot more popping. Look at this. Here's that example again of just slamming down and it just the textures coming in. Let's go to another example. Here I'll have a lot more. There's right here, a lot of textures just popping at the same time. Let's go back a couple seconds. We're gonna see a lot of foliage come into existence. Now you see this landscape right here. This landscape right here, nothing's there. But we do a little frame by frame. We're gonna see a lot of popping. Enemy right here pops in. Trees starting to pop in right here. We keep going. Boom, more trees. That is a distance of around 50 feet. I would say 50 feet in the game. You can't have textures 50 feet away from you. That's like 50 feet. That's the render distance of your game. And we're allowing this. Look at this. It's popping in front of you. Look, there's platforms on the side. All of this is just coming into existence. How is this allowed? How are we allowing this? As fans of a franchise, how do we allow this to happen? I just don't understand. Here's another example. This is the Sonic Forces bridge. This is a bridge. This is a bridge from Sonic Forces. Let me try to find the tweet. Here's another tweet right here. Both Sonic Frontiers and the Mario 2023 movie will be legendary, beginning new eras for both franchises. Sonic Frontiers, Mario movie. Do those really compare though? Do they? Frontiers and the Mario movie, do they really compare? Now, you know, I get it. Being a big fan of Sonic Sonic as a franchise, but you really comparing Frontiers to the Mario movie? Come on, man. Here's another one. Sonic fans. Ugh, Sonic Frontiers looks like a fan game. Also, Sonic fans uses footage of a Sonic fan game to prove why Frontiers is bad and how this fan game is better. I think this person is missing the point. If a fan game that was made for free, for one, non-profit, made by either one person or a small team, can be better than a game that's been worked on for 5 years for profit by a dedicated team of dozens, if not hundreds of people. If a fan game can be better than that, what are you doing? What have you been spending your time on? How do you explain that a fan game is better than a product that's being made for money, that's being made by dozens of people, by talented people, talented coders? If not the problem of the coders, of the programmers on the product, then it's the product. It's the problem of the designers, of the directors. There's someone down the line at Sega fucking over this game. There's a lot of people in this game. There's a lot of different people working on this. And the fact that a fucking fan game made by a couple people can outshine that is ridiculous. And the fact that you are literally on the side of Sega in this is crazy. I think I want to go and I want to find this quote. All right, here it is. Okay. Here's from Takashi Iizuka. Open world games like Zelda or other AAA games fundamentally have RPG or adventure worlds. Games like Zelda. Here you go, forth. For Sonic, the core here is a 3D action game. Our basic idea was to have that take place in an open space. What sets Sonic Frontiers apart is its different approach to an open game world. We're not like Zelda. No. We're not trying to copy Zelda, even though our story is basically the same. You're in a strange land you don't know. you don't know anything, and there's a little voice in your head telling you what to do, and then there's all sorts of fantastical creatures, and you have to do puzzles and stuff. How is this not like Zelda, but just executed 10 times worse? You know what I mean? How is this no different? How? It's just ridiculous, honestly. It's just ridiculous at this point. Why is Sega allowing this? Why? I just don't get it, honestly. There's so many examples of this just happening, and it just makes me sad. And honestly, I can keep going on about this in the video, but at the end of the day, this is gonna be a flop. Sonic Frontiers is gonna be a good game, and at the end of the day, anyone that is a Sonic fan that's gonna blindly follow this is gonna buy the game anyways. It's gonna sell a shit ton of copies just because it's Sonic, and I'm disappointed. It's down. That's straight up. I'm just disappointed. Well, that's all I have to say. I might make a new video about this later, but I'll see you guys later. Make sure you subscribe, join the Discord, discord.gg/Sonny, and I hope you have a good one.